let's talk about a super powerful, completely natural way to protect your garden. And the best part? The key ingredient might already be growing right in your backyard. Oh yeah, if you're a gardener, you know this site all too well. Aphids, caterpillars, all sorts of little critters turning your beautiful plants into their personal, all-you-can-eat buffet. It feels like a constant battle, doesn't it? But what if I told you that you could fight back without all those expensive, harsh chemicals? What if the ultimate weapon was something you've probably been throwing away this whole time? That's right. The big secret is hiding in old, yellowing papaya leaves. I mean, the very things that most of us would just prune off and toss into the compost bin are actually a gold mine of pest-fighting power. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to meet our unlikely garden hero. Then we'll dive into the cool science of how it all works. After that, I'll show you how to make your own batch, how to use it, and finally, we'll zoom out and talk about rethinking your entire backyard. All right, let's kick things off with our unlikely hero. This is really all about flipping the script on what we think of as garden waste. Now, this is totally counterintuitive, right? You'd think the young, green, super vibrant leaves would be the most powerful. But nope, it's actually the old yellowing leaves, the ones the plant is about to get rid of anyway, that have the highest concentration of these pest-killing compounds. It's almost like the plant is packing one final punch before the leaf drops. So how on earth does a simple leaf take down an entire army of insects? Well, let's get into the nitty-gritty science of this natural chemical warfare. It's pretty fascinating. Okay, the star of the show is an enzyme called papain. Now, that's just a fancy scientific way of saying it's really, really good at breaking down proteins. And that is the key to its incredible power. So think about this. If you've ever used a meat tenderizer, you've probably used Papain. It works by dissolving the tough protein fibers in the meat to make it soft. Well, it's the exact same principle in your garden. An insect's exoskeleton, its protective outer armor, is made of protein. So when your papaya spray hits it, the papain literally dissolves that armor, and the pest dehydrates. But here's the best part. It's totally safe for your plants because their tough leaves are made of cellulose, not protein. But wait, it gets better. Papain isn't working alone. Those old leaves have a whole cocktail of compounds. You've also got carpene, which is an alkaloid that totally messes with the insect's nervous system. And then you have saponins, which basically act like a stomach poison, destroying their digestive tract. It's a devastating 1-2-3 punch. Okay, enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty, shall we? Welcome to your DIY biopesticide lab. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to make your own potent, free, and all-natural pesticide. You'll be surprised how simple this is. First, you're going to gather about 1 kilogram of those old yellow leaves. Next, and this step is super important, you need to crush them up really well. The goal here is to break down the cell walls to let all those powerful enzymes out. Then, soak those crushed leaves in about 10 liters of water. Quick tip, if you're using tap water, just let it sit out for a few hours so the chlorine can evaporate. Now, you let this mixture ferment for a day or two in a cool, dark spot. Finally, strain out all the pulp, and right before you're ready to spray, add just a little bit of biodegradable dish soap. That just helps the spray stick to the plants and, more importantly, to the pests. So you've brewed your magic potion, and now it's time to put it to work. Let's talk about the best way to apply it. And stick around because I've got a killer bonus tip for you. Okay, the key here is to be thorough. Don't just spray the tops of the leaves. You got to get underneath, on the stems, spray everywhere. The best time to do this is in the cool of the early morning. If you've got a bad infestation, you might need to reapply. But for just general maintenance, once a week should do the trick. And remember, this stuff is absolutely deadly for those soft-bodied pests, but it's perfectly safe for your plants. But hold on a second. After you've strained out that liquid gold, you're going to be left with this soggy pile of leaf pulp. Your first instinct might be to just toss it in the compost, but don't you dare. And here it is, your bonus tip for a true zero-waste solution. Take that leftover pulp and spread it in a circle around the base of your most delicate seedlings. Remember that carpene we talked about? Well, the alkaloids left in the pulp are super irritating to the soft bodies of slugs and snails. You've just created a free biological moat that they will not want to cross. How cool is that? This whole process brings us to our final section, rethinking your backyard. This is about way more than just a recipe. It's really a shift in your whole mindset. This quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? The problem, the pests, and the solution often grow right next to each other. Nature has a system of checks and balances. Our job as gardeners is just to learn how to see them and, well, use them. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that your garden isn't just a collection of plants, it's a living pharmacy, it's an armory. The next time you walk through it, look a little closer. What other solutions, what other amazing secrets might be hiding right there in plain sight, just waiting for you to discover them?